The story of Honda does not begin in a boardroom or a state-of-the-art factory. It begins with the wide-eyed wonder of a young boy in rural Japan. Soichiro Honda was born in 1906 in a small village, the son of a blacksmith. From his earliest days, he was not drawn to the traditional life that surrounded him. Instead, he was captivated by the scent of oil and the symphony of moving parts. His father, Jihei, repaired bicycles, and the young Soichiro spent countless hours in the workshop, his small hands learning the language of metal and mechanics. He was fascinated by engines, a rare and almost magical sight in his village at the time. A defining moment came when Soichiro was just a boy. He saw an automobile for the first time, a sputtering, noisy machine that kicked up a cloud of dust as it passed through his village. While others might have been startled, Soichiro was mesmerized. He ran after the car, completely enchanted by the smell of the gasoline it left behind. He later described it as a perfume. This encounter solidified his destiny. He knew with the certainty only a child can possess that he would one day build his own vehicles. At the age of 15, Soichiro left his village and headed for Tokyo. He found a job as an apprentice at Art Shokai, a bustling automobile repair shop. Here, his natural talent for engineering blossomed. He was not content to simply follow instructions. He was an innovator. Soichiro didn't just repair cars, he began to race them. He built his own racing car using a modified Ford engine and an aircraft motor. He experienced both the thrill of victory and the sting of failure, including a near-fatal crash that ended his racing career. This experience, however, did not diminish his passion. It reinforced his commitment to safety and quality, principles that would guide him for the rest of his life and become central to the Honda brand's DNA. The end of World War II left Japan in ruins. Its economy was shattered, its cities were devastated, and its people were struggling to rebuild their lives from the ashes. It was in this environment of scarcity and uncertainty that Soichiro Honda saw an opportunity. The need for basic, affordable transportation was immense. People needed a way to get to work, to transport goods, and to simply move around. Established the Honda Technical Research Institute in Hamamatsu in 1946. It was a humble beginning, just a small shack. He acquired a surplus of small two-stroke generator engines that had been used for military radio sets. His brilliant idea was to attach these tiny engines to bicycles. This created a simple, motorized form of transport that was cheap to build and even cheaper to run. It was exactly what the Japanese people needed. The Honda bicycle, as it was unofficially known, was an immediate success, providing a lifeline of mobility in a country that was struggling to get back on its feet. This early success was encouraging, but Soichiro Honda knew that relying on surplus engines was not a long-term strategy. He needed to design and build his own. This ambition led to the formal establishment of the Honda Motor Company Limited on September 24, 1948. Joining him in this venture was Takeo Fujisawa, a brilliant businessman who would become Soichiro's indispensable partner. While Soichiro was the engineering genius, the dreamer, and the face of the company, Fujisawa was the financial and marketing mastermind. The early days of the Honda Motor Company were fraught with challenges. The company was small, underfunded, and competing in a market that was slowly beginning to fill with other small manufacturers. However, Soichiro Honda's unwavering belief in his products and his relentless pursuit of engineering excellence, combined with Fujisawa's shrewd business acumen, saw them through these difficult times. Having established the company, Soichiro Honda focused his energy on creating a complete motorcycle, one designed and built entirely by Honda. The first attempt was the Model A, but the true breakthrough came in 1949 with the launch of the Honda Dream D-Type. This was a revolutionary machine for its time. Unlike the noisy, dirty, and often unreliable two-stroke engines that dominated the market, the Dream D-Type featured a more advanced and cleaner-burning 98 cubic centimeter two-stroke engine. More importantly, it had a proper pressed steel frame and a distinctive maroon color that made it stand out. It was a complete integrated design, not just an engine strapped to a bicycle frame. It was Soichiro's dream made real. The Dream D-Type was a statement of intent. It signaled that Honda was not just another small-time assembler but a serious motorcycle manufacturer committed to quality and innovation. Soichiro insisted on a semi-automatic clutch, which made it easier for novice riders to operate, broadening its appeal beyond experienced motorcyclists. The success of the D-Type was followed by an even more significant innovation, the Honda Super Cub. Introduced in 1958, the Super Cub was not just a motorcycle. It was a transportation revolution. Soichiro Honda and Takeo Fujisawa had a specific goal: to create a vehicle that could be ridden with one hand while carrying a tray of soba noodles. This quirky design brief led to a masterpiece of practical engineering. It featured a step-through frame that made it easy for anyone to ride, regardless of what they were wearing. It had a durable, quiet, and incredibly fuel-efficient four-stroke engine, a large front shield to protect the rider from dirt and wind, and an automatic clutch that simplified operation. The Super Cub was an absolute phenomenon. It was affordable, reliable, and incredibly easy to use. It appealed to men and women, young and old, city dwellers and rural farmers. It mobilized entire populations, not just in Japan, but across Asia, and eventually, the world. The Super Cub became the best-selling motor vehicle in history, a title it still holds today with over 100 million units sold. Its success was a testament to Honda's core philosophy: creating products that serve the needs of ordinary people. It wasn't about being the fastest or the most powerful, it was about being the most useful. The Super Cub put Honda on the global map and provided the financial foundation for all of its future ambitions. With its dominance in the motorcycle market firmly established, Honda set its sights on a new and far more challenging frontier: the four-wheeled automobile market. This was a bold move. The Japanese auto industry was already dominated by established giants like Toyota and Nissan. The Japanese government's Ministry of International Trade and Industry, or MITI, even tried to discourage new entrants, believing the country could not support another car manufacturer. But Soichiro Honda was never one to be deterred by convention or bureaucracy. He believed his company's engineering expertise could and should be applied to cars. Honda's first foray into automobile production was not a passenger car, but a small, practical utility vehicle. In 1963, Honda launched the T360 mini truck. This was a strategic and clever entry into the market. The T360 was designed to meet the specific needs of small business owners and farmers in Japan, a market segment that was underserved by the larger automakers. It was powered by a small but sophisticated 356 cubic centimeter double overhead camshaft, or DOHC, four-cylinder engine, a type of high-performance engine design typically found in expensive sports cars, not tiny trucks. This was classic Soichiro Honda, applying advanced engineering to a practical, everyday vehicle. The T360 was a success, giving Honda a crucial foothold in the four-wheeled market. Just a few months after the T360, Honda unveiled a vehicle that truly showcased its engineering soul: the S500 sports car. If the T360 was about practicality, the S500 was about pure, unadulterated passion. It was a tiny, beautiful two-seat roadster that embodied Soichiro Honda's love for high-performance engineering and motorsports. It was powered by an even more advanced 531 cubic centimeter DOHC engine that could rev to an astonishing 9,500 RPM. A unique and complex chain drive system delivered power to the rear wheels, a design borrowed directly from Honda's motorcycle expertise. The S500 was a declaration to the world that Honda was not just a maker of sensible vehicles, it was a company with racing in its blood. The launch of the T360 and the S500 in the same year demonstrated the remarkable dual identity of the Honda Motor Company. On one hand, it was a pragmatic company focused on creating reliable, efficient, and useful products for the masses like the Super Cub and the T360. On the other hand, it was a deeply passionate engineering firm obsessed with performance, innovation, and the thrill of pushing mechanical limits as embodied by the S500 and its racing motorcycles. This unique combination of practicality and passion, of serving the needs of the many while pursuing the dreams of the few, would define Honda's approach to business and product development for decades to come, proving to be the secret ingredient to its enduring global success.